There's uh, there's looking right now for like honesty or the truth of the experience. So like looking for the experience, looking at the experience, looking at words. Generally the direct experience as of now, and this perhaps is I don't know how it is with the full Mentee and the um permanent shift. Um I'm not even gonna name it because it's only kind of seem to be temporary here, which is also nonsense. It's like known to be nonsense, but so as of yet, it's the moment the direct experience tends to be slightly awe, gratitude, bliss, or slightly kind of poignant. Um, so like, or it's so there's poignant right now. It's such a tenderness, like slow energy, most precious or delicate. It's almost like looking forward or looking back. Like, um, so there's so much about it that's unchanging. And it's constantly changing. Seems to constantly be changing also. The energy is constantly in flux. So there's ever-present surprise and ever-present loss. And I don't know about other minds, but this mind can kind of the thoughts can very subtly turn. loss or kind of ugliness, or I don't know, something into there's a word, but I don't know what it is. Like romanticize it, which is so fascinating because the direct experience, when it's met directly, is like that, but the thoughts reflecting it aren't. But it's so understandable the thoughts are able to reflect that. Be like the movie Train Spotting. It's like that. Darkness, despair, despondency, loss, powerlessness, uh, seediness, grit. There's the like, what is death? Like, where is it? What is it? And then there's the like seeing my brother's body having been autopsied. They like sliced and there's like staple. They like it was kind of him, but you could see it in the casket, just like Frankenstein. And the inanimateness of the body, the the like knees buckling, like walking in the room with the casket when I was 20, and like I'd not prepared for his body to be like kind of raised. So I thought I have time to walk up, but there he was, just the wreckage and the body just like accordion just collapsed. And it's like it'd be like a peak scene in a movie for the intensity, the visceral quality of it. And that's happening every moment. Every moment there's loss of the somethingness, the seeming somethingness. Every moment there's a bit of pain or discomfort or, not preferred. Every moment there's there can be qualities somatically or energetically that are not preferred biologically. And it's the the directness of it is haunting. It is beautiful. It has a certain energetic quality that it's so understandable that the mind's reflection would romanticize or capture it in art and things. And like, what is that? And then there's like being there for my friends, my young friends, she's, I don't know, 19, her child being born. And it's also wild and messy and painful, and also the hospital experience, like kind of cold and mechanical and impersonal. And then this weird little alien moving and making noises and eating. And the body couldn't help but like cry, awe, like spectacular sunset, reverberating energetically through the body. What the fuck? And every moment has that too. And it hurts so good. And it loves so good. This moment, the seeming something, so much somethingness, and the nothingness, loving so good. All the tenderness and softness and intimacy and delicate, and all the brutal and violent and kinky and dark and chaotic, and all the devastating heartbreak, the loss, the impossibility, the utter despair and powerlessness. No agency, nothing, no handholds, nothing. Totally, completely being what it's being, and loved into it, completely submerged and immersed so much that there's no one submerged. There's just submergence, an emergence and submergence. It's also so benign, so immediate, neutral, natural, simple. The impossible to capture transition from an inhale to an exhale. So nothing. All the trillions and zillions of thank yous and I'm sorries and I don't understand and I hate you and why and I love you and I want and I don't want, and all the I, nowhere, gone before it's even logged by the mind. And the doubt, so comical, so funny. So like Wile E. Coyote, never amounting to anything. The doubt holding out for capturing, holding out. Can't be certain until it's captured. It can't be certain until it's captured. It can't be certain until it's captured. Uncertainty itself is non-existent, made up. This morning, a cat was in the back um, corridor. I heard Pampers meowing very, very loudly. Sometimes she does that when I'm not with her and she wants I don't know if it's the case, but it's like where we're separated and she has a certain meow and it sounded like that. So I went out and they were right by each other. And when I approached, they both ran. And again, rush hour traffic. This happened once before, right across the traffic. And watching my Pampers, my cat, the cat I know, the other cat was in front in a car and it ran right between the front and back tire. And it was amazing, like looking at what the mind did. The tire met, how it appeared is the tire met the cat right mid body. The front of the cat's body was past the tire, the back of the body wasn't. And the mind went, like the eyes almost like went blank. Nothing was seen, but an image, thoughts throughout an image. It like overlaid uh or no, it didn't throw out an image. It wasn't an image. It was a it was a flash of the idea of the cat being spine being crushed mid body. So it wasn't nothing, it wasn't actually seen. It was like the vision um went blank for a moment, or it wasn't captured in memory. I don't know how any of that works. And there was the idea of it. So it wasn't exactly an image of it, but the thought or the idea of it. And then at some point, split second, my cat was running back toward me. I don't know how. It didn't register. And I didn't see the other cat. There was a motorcyclist. This was just, the body was just saying, loudly, I think, no, 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 like that, moving toward them, I think. Um, and Pampers had run back behind me and was at the top of the stairs. There was a motorcyclist and he was looking at me and I said, is the other cat okay? And he was just looking at me. And I was like, and I didn't see the other cat, but I turned back toward Pampers. So Pampers was able to run, but I didn't know how, because adrenaline, all that, like, is she injured? Doesn't know yet. Obviously the back isn't broken. She's running, but are her other limbs okay? When I went toward her, she was in full fight mode. So was like growling and hissing at me. So the body just moved past her. No, no, it didn't. It moved instead of bending down. When it bent down, Pampers was like frantic, upset. So it stayed standing up and just gently was walking forward. And the cat was and it just walked all the way. And then Bento was in the doorway and I didn't want them to get to a fight. So I kept moving Bento. She'd come forward. I'd move Bento and then kind of herd Pampers in, move Bento. Finally got Bento on the counter and herded Pampers just by walking slowly and she back into the house. Um, gave them both a treat separately, kind of calm them down. And then just sat down on the ground. No, I left the room for a moment, just waited. Bento came toward me. So Pampers just had some time. It wasn't anything planned or thought of. It was all so utterly biological. And the body was, it felt shaky inside, but when I looked at my hands, they weren't shaking visibly. Psychologically, there was relaxation, so strangely, like um, no upset psychologically, emotionally even, but the body was buzzing. And then went back into the kitchen and sat down on the floor, and Pampers was just sitting there, and she was like slow blinking when she looked at me. She was slow blinking back and just talking to her. Now she's sitting on my lap. This doesn't mean anything. It's not good or bad. It's not um, purposeful or magical. Or, it's just well, right now, a thought, memory of what um, of a description. And it's both extremely different to a typical kind of morning, a typical moment in the apartment or on the back stoop, and also not any different at all. The thought stuff of a morning sitting out back with Pampers on my lap, and the thought stuff of the image of Pampers at the tire, or the thought stuff of the memory of the body saying, no, 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 no. It's all made of the same stuff. Every word is made of the same stuff. It's vocalizations, it's energy um, in different waves or forms, percussion, tightening the throat, like the vocal cords doing different things. And then uh, sound being tighter or a little more open or pop, 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 or or to, and then the flimsy, almost non-existent um, meaning of words, like that film, that overlay has happened so many billions of times that it seems to have meaning. Words seem to have meaning. The seems to have a different energetic feel. It's not just the sound, the, then farm, farm. There's a different resonance, and it's also empty. It's made up. It's there and not there. The thought stuff and the thought content of sitting on the back porch with the cat in the lap, the thought content of running after the cat, and the thought stuff seem to be different and not at all different. The meaning of brother, brother, and every moment it's brand new and like almost added to brother. Like right now, recently, there's a fella who has similar fingers to my brother. Oh, he's black. The shape are very, very similar. So the color of the skin is different, but the shape is very similar. So thinking of brother, the his hands came up. The hands don't make a brother, but the association, that thin film that so many times watching my brother draw, make models, just remembering brother's hands. It has associated meaning, it seems to, but it doesn't actually. So there's like the word, there's like the sound, brother, brother, brother. There's the my brother. So there's not someone else's brother being pictured or imagined or felt or thought of. It's Jeremy that is like around. There are these like layers, these films of overlay, and it can be whatever comes up. And it's thought stuff, but it seems to have importance or meaning. And even his hands, although right now it's just thought stuff, the hands, like cellularly, were shed every year or something. So they were never, and then where do hands begin and end? And then subject object, like the there's a picturing, and it's vague. It's like this effervescent kind of morphing of this person that has similar hands, like seeing their hands, seeing the directionality of their hands. I last saw them, kind of seeing that, sort of seeing my brother laying on the floor, his hands. in the other direction. Like it's just like this muddled, it's vague. And then in the body, there's something in the chest sensation. It's pretty neutral. Like, Jeremy's been dead 28 years or something. Oh, actually, it's a couple days away. Yeah, it's interesting. So it'll be maybe 29 years, 28 or 29 years in 5 days. And even that is like a vague thing. Like at what hour exactly did he die? It was like the anniversary of finding out, I guess. He might have died the day before. Um, yeah, I don't remember what they said about like when he was like the time of day when he was murdered, like, and then when he was found, and then the parents getting the news, and then yeah, it was probably the day before. I don't remember. So yeah, so it's pretty neutral. There is some sensation, but like thinking of curtains, there's still sensation in the chest area. It's like felt like the sensation is just constantly morphing. It too is just like an energy flux. It's like life puts on a show for itself in the imagined intensity or like that pop of chasing after the cats. It was automatic. In the past, maybe there would have been, and there could have been this time. It would have been fine. It would have been a natural, whatever was natural, anger or shame but or um, yeah, it's like the neuroses is like the relative and absolute aren't separate. It's not actually like neuroses is natural too. It's all natural. There's nothing that's not natural. And yet there can in language, there can be this like um, simplifying or kind of more natural feeling, but it's not actually more or less natural. It can't be. Um, I don't know about any other body mind, but I'll just say maybe for the vast majority, it'll never be understood or comprehended or captured what anything is or isn't. So more or less made upness about it, like whatever, that's it too. And you hear something? Here's the little bean still alive with her little leaf. You have a little leaf? So I think as far as I'm aware, in the story, that would be your third life. Your siblings were killed on the farm when you were baby, 1 month old. You survived that. And then twice you ran out into the street. Yeah. Kissy, kissy. Thank you for the kisses.